Hey there, gang. Patrick King here, coming to you live from, I don't know, the New York line. Just crossed over from Pennsylvania into New York. I was teaching today in Greenfield Township, Pennsylvania at Painted Acres Horse Farm. Wanted to talk a little bit today about something that came up quite a bit at the clinic today. And I'll admit I'm at a truck stop here with a really nice little area, so I'm hoping that there's not too much background noise for you here. Anyway, wanted to talk about a challenge that was coming up pretty frequently at our clinic today with a number of the horses as they come into the arena. They're a little high on energy, high on life, and the riders, through past instruction, experience, and discomfort or lack of confidence of their own, were really trying to help the horses through holding too much contact, trying to help the horses with their emotions by holding too much in their contact. Now, it makes sense, I guess, to us that we're going to try to hold the horse, contain the horse, help him to be where we want him to be. But all this tends to do is escalate the horse's emotions. It's like handing the horse a microphone. We're amplifying their emotions when we have too much of a hold in their emotional state. So it was a challenge for the riders, and I gave them a lot of credit for kind of taking the advice to release those reins, let those horses move out there. We've got a little truck in the background there. To allow those horses to move out there and kind of express their emotions a little bit. Now, keep in mind, as the horses if they got a little too emotional, the riders were able to bend the horses, engaging the hindquarters, unlocking the hind legs, and softening their backs. Not bending so deep as to disengage their hindquarters, but bending deep enough to help soften the horse's back. That's really important. Once the horses were soft and relaxed, moving around on a slack rein, and most of the cases on the buckle, as we mentioned, when for your English reins connected with the buckle at the middle, we call it riding on the buckle when you let every bit of the rein out. For those of us that are maybe Western riders that have the long leather reins or the macate or something like that. Once those horses were allowed to kind of express their anxiety, trot around a little bit, relax into their movement, then when the riders picked up on the reins, something pretty interesting happened. The horses were able to come into contact with the reins. They were able to come to the bit, or on the bit, as we call it, without the anxiety. So, very interesting. That's something that we need to keep in mind. If we can help the horses to relax first, then take up contact, then the horse will be able to come to the contact through the relaxation, and we can have a sophisticated conversation through the bridle. All right, so that's something that we really want to think about. Relaxation has to come first. You can't solve emotional problems by taking contact. It does not work. So we let the horses out there on the long rein, allow them to move, relax through their anxiety by moving, some leg yields, softer bends, changes of bends. But if you just get to pulling on those horses, trying to put them on the bit to help them to relax, it's not going to work. I'd say, probably 90%, 95% of the cases, it's only going to make the problem worse. And then you're dealing with a horse that's strong and heavy in your hands. And nobody wants to ride that. It's pretty common, but that doesn't make it right, okay? So that's something to keep in mind. Kind of a little rant today. But that's something that we need to keep in mind. Let the horse relax. Help the horse relax. Then take up your contact. Otherwise, you just got a handful of garbage, right? A handful of emotions that shouldn't need to be yours to deal with. All right? So I promise you, when you allow the horse to relax first, the contact will be much lighter, much more sophisticated. And you and your horse are both going to be a lot happier for that. So hopefully that was helpful to you in some way. If it is, please share this video. If you have a friend who might be struggling with some contact issues, please tag them in the comment section below this video here. Question of the day. I'm en route to another clinic, left Pennsylvania, en route to New York. When was the last time you traveled to a different state with your horse? And what was it for? Clinic? Trail ride? Horse show? What state and what for? Looking forward to hearing your answers in the comments section below. Don't forget, gang, you keep asking questions, I'll keep giving answers. Thanks so much.